So a lot of people ask me, how long did it take you, Spencer, to get into real estate? And there's a couple different answers. So about a year ago, I would say, yeah, New Year's of last year, I decided to like dive into this journey. And honestly, I probably decided to do it even a little bit earlier than that. I think it was probably like like September of like 2024. Yeah, September probably of 2024, because that'd be December 2024, which would mean January 25. So yeah, I probably thought about doing it around September 2024, and it was a decision that came to me because like I've done a lot of stuff around real estate. I've done solar, I've done new construction, I've done what you call landscaping sales, I've done what you call maintenance sales, I've done HVAC sales, I've done a lot of sales around the house, but not the actual house itself. So I know a lot of things about what industries are around what you call it the house. But then it's funny, I got into the what you call it, the program. I went to UBC, applied, all that kind of stuff, and it was just like, okay, you have a year to learn this. It takes, at quickest, it will take you like 23 weeks or 21 weeks, because you're oh no, it'll take you quickest 11 weeks, because there is what you call it, 22 courses that you have to do, and you can only complete 2 courses per week. So every single week you can complete 2 courses, but like at maximum it's what you call it, you need at least 22 weeks to complete the thing, and they won't let you complete it faster. They're adamant that doesn't matter if you've learned all the material and you've answered all the things and you submitted all the stuff, you have to wait for those week time periods to submit the stuff. So I'm kind of a good bad student. I'm one of those kinds of guys that got to like triple A's in all high school, most of university, all this kind of stuff. So when I started taking this course, I already have a university level education. It was very easy. Like, it was just like, read this, watch the videos, fill in these multiple choices, slash give us long answer questions or math, right? Not hard stuff to do. But because it wasn't hard, it was boring. Okay, and when it's boring, I procrastinate, because you know, I can get it done quickly, I can get it done in time, I can get it done whenever I want. Okay, and that is a problem, because I put it off, and I would just nibble at it, and I put it off. I would read the textbook and everything like that, but I would put off doing the test and all that kind of stuff. I put it off for like 9 months. Like, I was consistently doing other things around real estate, but like I wasn't actually doing the education or test. And then one day there's like this looming cloud of like, hey, if you don't get it done in time, you have to restart the whole course, and then it's going to take you another 11 weeks to get it done, and you have to pay more thousands of dollars, right? So one day I got past the anxiety and I got past the fear of like, wait, do I not have enough time? I looked at the calendar, and I had exactly 12 weeks left to finish the course. Legitimately, I had 12 weeks left to finish the course and write the exam. And I'm like, oh no, I'm in danger now. I'm in danger. I have to do this perfectly now. Otherwise, I am dead in the water. So I started doing it every single week. I would complete the course. On this Wednesday, I would take time to finish off the test, and it only took me 12 weeks to actually finish the course. And I went and wrote the exam, and the exam was stupid. Okay. Imagine you have a textbook this big. Okay, half of the textbook is math. Okay, half of it is mortgage calculations and math and all this kind of stuff. The other half of it is law and things about real estate and all the kind of stuff, right? And then this little bit are these little bubbles that tell you random facts about real estate, but aren't the direct topic of like the book and like appendices of that. And then there's like an extra 4 or 5 chapters after all of your testing material that isn't supposed to be on the test, but is there for your own resources, right? I did the exam. The exam has 100 questions, so every question is worth 1%. Guess how many questions were based on math? Take a wild guess. If half the book was based on math, take a wild guess on how much math there was on the exam. 3 questions. 3 whole ass questions. There were only 3 questions, count them, 3 questions on the entire exam that had anything to do with math. Everything else was just like random BS of like, oh, by the way, do you remember on chapter 475 that we put a little bubble that wasn't part of any of your test material, but like we talked about it in like a small bubble as an aside? Yeah. No, that's going to be a question on the exam. So I passed the exam. You need, I think, a 75 or something like that to pass the exam. Or like I think it was like, it was an 80. I think it might have been 80. Anyway, like I passed it like an 86 or something like that. So whatever, we passed, we made it through the thing. So after you're done that, you then have to do a practical test where for 3 to 4 months, they're gonna you have to find a brokerage, you have to work with a brokerage, and that brokerage will essentially like train you on like how to be a real estate agent over the course of those 4 months. And I'm in that right now. I have my license, but it's a temporary license, and I have to pass 2 more courses in order to keep my license. But yeah, so if you're asking me how long did it take to get my full license, I still haven't got it yet. I do have my license to practice real estate, but we're still in that kind of practical component.